Imagine this. You wake up on a normal morning. The sun rises, the world feels the same, and everything looks exactly as it did yesterday. But something is off. Your phone has no signal. Your Wi-Fi won't connect. Apps spin forever with no results. Notifications are gone. At first, you assume your router glitched or your service provider is having one of its usual outages, but then you notice something far more disturbing. Nothing works. Not your TV, not your smart lights, not your laptop, not your bank card, not your GPS. The internet isn't slow, the internet isn't down. The internet is gone, completely, forever. The world enters the greatest silence human beings have ever experienced. People come outside confused, holding dead phones in their hands, staring at screens frozen in time. Social media stops, news stops, messages stop, even emergency systems break. For the first time in decades, humanity is disconnected. In 10 minutes, confusion turns to panic. City traffic collapses instantly. Smart cars shut down where they stand. Airplanes stop receiving navigation data and struggle to land manually. Trains freeze on their tracks. Hospitals lose access to medical records, charts, lab systems, digital equipment. Modern life, which quietly depended on the digital nervous system we call the internet, begins to fail in ways no one imagined. 1 hour later, the world understands this is not an outage. It is an extinction-level digital collapse. Tens of millions try to call loved ones, but calls cannot route. People cry, scream, argue, demand answers. Governments activate emergency protocols, only to discover their protocols depend entirely on the internet. Satellites, firewalls, security systems, military channels, national databases, all crippled in seconds. A strange global quietness spreads across the planet. No notifications, no alerts, no online information. Only the raw, heavy silence of a world suddenly offline. The first catastrophic wave strikes the global banking system. Digital banking vanishes instantly. Credit cards stop working. ATMs freeze. Payment networks die. People rush to banks demanding cash, but banks cannot see balances, accounts, or history. Digital money, 98% of world currency, never truly existed physically. The world returns to cash, and within hours, chaos erupts. Cash becomes king, but scarcity makes it almost useless. Lines stretch for blocks, violence erupts, fear accelerates. Within 24 hours, global markets collapse. The stock market, fully digital, ceases to exist. Logistics networks die. Food distribution breaks. Supermarket shelves empty. Gas stations stop operating because pumps are digital. The collapse spreads faster than any pandemic humanity has ever faced. Meanwhile, the psychological impact begins. A generation raised on constant digital stimulation now faces silence. The world feels too slow, too quiet, too real. Anxiety skyrockets. Depression emerges. Millions feel trapped inside their minds for the first time. The internet wasn't just a tool. It was the world's biggest numbing system. Without it, people feel naked, exposed, alone. At the 48-hour mark, governments around the world attempt to communicate through ancient analog radio. Static-filled voices tell people to stay calm, but calm is gone. Hope is thin. Corporations release printed statements confirming the unimaginable. A total global digital failure has corrupted core networks beyond repair. The internet cannot be restored quickly. It may take decades or never. Panic becomes a global disease. In 72 hours, humanity splits into two groups. Those who cling to hope that the internet will return, and those who accept that a world-ending transformation has begun. Cities turn unstable. People fight for food, medicine, fuel. Hospitals run blind. Ambulances without GPS get lost. Crops rot because automated irrigation systems no longer function. Factories dependent on online control shut down. Within 1 week, civilization as we knew it collapses. Chaos becomes a daily rhythm, yet something unexpected emerges. Adaptation. Human beings are more primitive than we think. Communities begin forming small offline networks with radios, walkie-talkies, printed maps, community meetings. Families start gathering for meals again. Children play outside for the first time. People rediscover each other. But crime escalates in the absence of digital surveillance. Darkness becomes dangerous. Rumors replace news. Lies spread like wildfire. Paranoia becomes a national language. In 2 weeks, megacities shrink. Millions flee urban zones searching for farmland, clean water, security. Rural areas become the new capitals of survival. Skills replace degrees. Farmers, mechanics, doctors, carpenters, electricians, these become the new elite. People raised on screens struggle the most. Their minds crave stimulation that no longer exists. Students must learn from books. Workers must function without instant answers. Leaders must act without data. A new world is forming, but it is raw, brutal, and unfamiliar. After 1 month, Earth stabilizes slightly. Nature begins to heal rapidly. Pollution drops, skies clear, oceans brighten, satellites fall silent, big tech disappears overnight. The planet becomes quieter, almost peaceful in a haunting way. Some people claim life feels more real again, more physical, more human. Others feel trapped in a nightmare of slowness and uncertainty. 6 months later, humanity begins building offline civilizations. Community-based markets emerge, printed newspapers return, offline schools reopen, local governance replaces global oversight. Society begins resembling the 1980s, only scarred by the memory of everything lost. People tell stories about the old world, a world of infinite connection, unlimited information, digital dreams. Children ask, was it real? Adults answer, yes, and we didn't appreciate it.